No More Black Tears podcast. Yo, we at the next light, man. We out of traffic. Mr. Verteezy, what's going on?
What's up, y'all, man? We chilling, we relaxing, man. It's been a great week.
Caesar C's in the building.
And the building was good, people.
Juice Man.
What it do?
All right, man. I know we ain't talked about this in a while, even though we always talking about it, but shoot, it all happened in the week.
Yeah, man. So this week in sports. So y'all know the NFL season is slowly approaching. So is the college football season. So Tua was on a podcast this week, and he was asked about basically the transition to him being basically an average quarterback to that elite conversation. And he basically broke it down comparing Brian Flores, the ex Miami Dolphins head coach, who's now, I think, the defense coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and comparing him to Mike McDaniels.
Vikings?
You're right. He was with the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. Now he with the Vikings. And what he said was that imagine if someone basically called you a piece of crap and talked junk about you every day and said you was no good. Then you go into an environment and they say you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm so happy. I'm so lucky to have you. That is basically what allowed him to take that next step in his player development. And they've been basically talking about it all week long. Some people might say that, he was playing the victim role. What you think, Cease? Do you think his comments was inbounds, out of bounds?
In Flores' system, he was shit. You seen him a couple years ago, like he basically made a full turnaround. Every player's not gonna mesh well with coach's system. I think it's a system thing. It probably did have a factor with the type of player Tua is, but to just say like it's part of the game, man. Like you're gonna have coaches that you don't play well in their system, or you don't like how they handle players. We've seen this shit. It's a theme across the field. I don't like the way Flores actually left Miami. That whole situation was kind of fucked up. But I mean, Tua does definitely do better under the new coach and the new system. And I mean, if that's what he needs to hear for them fuckers to win, hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Just the fact that I know Tua's not black, but he's a person of color. You know what I'm saying? It felt like, to me, it felt like he threw him under the bus. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, he could have benched you and not even let you play at all. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't like you, it's just his coaching style. And I don't think Brian Flores has a system because he's a defensive coordinator or defensive head coach. So he let the offensive players or the offensive coordinator play the system. But I didn't like it. But I think Brian Flores, when they asked him about it, he took a grown man effect up and said, yeah, I need to be better or whatnot, and that it hurt to hear somebody talk about him like that. But I just think Tua could have took it, could have went somewhere else or said it in a better way, other than saying that. Just like because he's already going through enough stuff with the NFL, and then like you put more salt on his name. That I didn't think that was cool.
Yeah, man, I didn't like it because, like you said, you already knowing that he's suing the NFL for racism. You're a person of color, so you should understand a lot about racism, being one of the few Samoans to actually play quarterback in the NFL, if not the only one. Man, me and TTK was talking about it. Outside of Brian Flores' first year as a head coach, which that first year is only going to be bad, he only won 5 games. People got to remember how bad that Dolphins team was when Tua first got there and before Mike McDaniels took over. He made that team 10-6 his second season. And then the next season, when it went to 17 games, 9-8, it was a top 10, top 12 defense. The offense was terrible. Tua didn't throw for no more than 2,500 yards in either of the seasons under Brian Flores. Come on, that can't all be coaching, bro. That can't all be coaching, bro. Like, and this ain't in 2005 for those who don't really understand football. In 2004, if you threw for 2,500 yards, you was middle of the pack at the quarterback position. It's 2024. If niggas ain't throwing less than 3,000 fucking yards in the NFL no more. So for you to not even eclipse 3,000 yards, I don't care how bad the coaching is, man. At some point in time, that's on you. It's well known, man. I just saw Vince Young do an interview this week, bro. How many of this table really understand that Jeff Fisher didn't want that man? And Vince Young still went out there in Tennessee and balled. Like, if you a dude, and people don't want to hear this, most of y'all niggas in the NFL and NBA, 95% of y'all are system guys. It's only 5% niggas that's Justin Jefferson and Pat Mahomes that I don't give a fuck where I put you. I don't give a fuck where I put the coaching is. Will you reach your full potential? I don't know. But you gonna still be good. Tua, hey, I ain't got no problem with you. You a system guy. And last thing, man, if I told you right now,
he's a manager. He's not a game changer.
If I told you right now, the Dolphins can get Justin Herbert and make him the starting quarterback over Tua, would any of y'all at this table say, no, I'm gonna keep Tua?
No.
Yeah, I would.
Can I tell you something? You want to know something crazy? The Dolphins had that ability. Justin Herbert went right after the fucking draft after Tua. And Brian Flores didn't want that motherfucker. He wanted Justin Herbert. If you go back to the reports, it was the fucking owner that wanted Tua. So, hey, man, Tua, man, hey, you didn't say the shit when he was there. You didn't say the shit when he first left. You waited till you got your contract and you got your money to talk shit about that, man. Don't kick a man when he down, man. Hey, so speaking of moves being made, the Falcons have made a lot of moves this offseason, from drafting Michael Phoenix with the first round pick, which he looked good in preseason, to signing Kirk Cousins, to trading for Judon, one of the best pass rushers in the league, to signing Justin Simmons, and recently they just made AJ Terrell the second highest paid corner in the NFL. Rose, you and me being the people who watch the Falcons the most, what do you think about all the moves the Falcons made this offseason, and which one stood out to you the most?
What stood out to me the most was the Michael Phoenix draft pick. I remember seeing somebody saying that they was going to do that, but we all thought it was a joke. Well, me and you thought it was a joke, but they actually did it. I think that was the most eye-shocking thing. We already knew Kirk Cousins had some kind of grounds to be coming here. Everybody knew that, but I think the Michael Phoenix thing was the most important, or the most shocking thing, or the most important thing to me, because the last few years, ever since the great Matt Ryan left, you know what I'm saying, we've been down bad. You know what I'm saying? We had good teams.
Again, the what?
The great Matt Ryan.
And a lot of you Falcon fans need to hear that shit, bro.
The greatest quarterback who ever had. You know what I'm saying?
I go with Vic.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah. We might like Vic better, but Matt Ryan's the best quarterback we ever had.
I can't. I'm pro that. Never.
Yeah, but
that's like saying Eminem's the greatest rapper alive.
Nah.
Yes, he is.
It's a whole different discussion, bro. It's a whole different discussion.
No.
You're giving that cracker too much credit.
No. Man.
Now, if he would have won the Super Bowl, then I can say that.
Oh, I
but he did some
forgot
white
Big
boy
did take
shit.
us to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, you're right. Big did take us to the Super Bowl. What year was that? No, we lost to the Eagles in the NFC Championship.
Yeah. So, but I think quarterback, you got to have a quarterback in the NFL. You got to have a quarterback in the NFL. Now, I want to say Bill Parcells or Bill Belichick, one of the Bills said, if you got two quarterbacks, you have none. But we really don't. We have two quarterbacks, but we have roles for each of them. So we don't really have two quarterbacks.
You want to know what the role for Michael Phoenix is this year?
Just sit on the bench and hold that clipboard.
Yeah, nigga, hold that clipboard and get Kirk Cousins that water.
Yeah.
Massage that hamstring, nigga.
No. All he got to do, he got to take it in. He got a veteran. That's what he need. He need somebody like. Look,
man, he don't need that. That dude 25 years old. He don't need no veteran. He can play now.
That nigga like Jaden Daniels in Washington. He's a grown fucking man.
He can play now. That's like Joe Burrow. He can play now, but I'm glad we're sitting. So we want to see him play like Jordan Love when he finally does get in the next year.
That's right.
Hey man, I think the Falcons had a great offseason, man. It started off rocky with that first pick, but if I had to tell you the one that stuck out to me the most, I'm gonna be real. AJ Terrell getting paid. Because it's not one, because it's the most recent move they made, but two, you are basically putting a lot of faith in this young man. Which, hey, he was one of the best corners in the league the last couple of years.
According to the numbers.
According to the numbers, hey nigga, you know what that means now? You're the second highest paid. I need the productivity of a Patrick Surtain, of a motherfucking Sauce Gardner, Jalen Johnson, who made an All-Pro last year. I need you going out there this season.
We need some picks. We need some interceptions.
We need some interceptions.
We don't need no block passes.
You know, and I need you to be able to line up against DJ Moore, Puka Nuka, and take them out the fucking game.
That ain't gonna happen though. He's not that guy.
Hey, bro, we paying him like he that guy, so you got to perform like you that guy. And I don't want no any excuses because Grady Jarrett's back this year. He was banged up last year, and we got Judon, a pass rusher. So the last couple of years, to your credit, Rose, like you were saying, maybe the production wasn't there because we wasn't getting a pass rush. We gonna get that now. I need you to change the field for us so Kirk Cousins can score touchdowns.
Man, one comments I got. I'm interested to see what happens with Phoenix. Is Kirk gonna last the whole damn season?
No.
Besides that, man, see y'all in the game, man. No further comments.
Hey man, so I talked about AJ Terrell being the second highest paid corner in the league. Someone who's supposed to protect the quarterback, Chiefs Humphreys, and not just protect the quarterback, protect the best quarterback in the game, Pat Mahomes, just became the highest paid center. C's, do you think this was fitting?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it was. You're seeing a lot more offensive linemen, defensive linemen, like those, not those outer players that you see like linebackers, safeties, receivers, running backs. You're seeing a lot more linemen get paid and are actually putting up the big numbers like you need. You're going to need somebody like this with a 96.6% blocking rate, pass block rate. He deserves the money, man.
Yeah, man. For me personally, man, this just shows you what the Chiefs is about. They're going to spend money to protect Pat Mahomes because he's so great. We don't need to spend money on a Justin Jefferson, on a T. Higgins, on these outside threats. Because as long as he got time to throw the ball, we're going to be able to win. We saw this formula before. They had Tyreek Hill, they had Travis Kelce, they had Sammy Watkins that was in the fucking Super Bowl. They couldn't protect Pat. They got fucking obliterated. And these last two seasons, after they traded Tyreek Hill and fortified the offensive line, they've been one of the best rushing teams in the league. And Pat Mahomes has, in the playoffs, guided them to 2 Super Bowls. So, hey, man, you got to protect the quarterback if you got a great one. They don't need great weapons. You only need great weapons if you someone like motherfucking Tua. And I'm be honest, I'm keeping an eye on you, Joe Burrow, bro. Because, hey, I don't know if T. Higgins gonna be there all season, and I don't know if he's gonna be there next season. But if the Bengals thought you was that guy, they would treat you like Pat Mahomes. They would have traded this nigga T. Higgins, got some draft picks, and just fortified the offensive line for your ass because you get hit a lot too.
Yeah, I guess it's a good move because you gotta protect them. But I guess it's a good move. He's doing his job, but centers are like quarterbacks. They have a lot of protected rules. So that I know it's a hard position. Any position in the NFL is hard. But on the offensive line, that's one of the easier positions because they're protected by different rules that you can't do certain things to them because they're hiking the ball and they got their head down and whatnot. But he produced. They went back to back with him, so Pat Mahomes probably told him like, "Hey, this is my guy. This is what I want here long term. Pay him." So that's probably why he got paid.
Speaking of Pat Mahomes, Dale House Duque, I think that's how you pronounce his name, or Duce, one of the two, either Duque or Duce, recently came out and said, for all those who don't know, in 2028 they are saying they're going to try to have flag football in the Olympics, which is going to be in LA, by the way. Shout out to USA. He said that he feels like he should get that job over Pat Mahomes because he has a high IQ. Now, not to disrespect this man, he has been one of the best flag football quarterbacks in the professional ranks for the last couple of years. And in 2022, when they had the World Championships He did lead us to gold. You know, I'll be honest, man. When you talking about one of the guys, shut the fuck up.
That's how I feel about
Let
it.
me say that again for those who didn't hear me in the back. When you talk about one of the guys, shut the fuck up, bro. Pat Mahomes ain't just the best quarterback today. If he win a Super Bowl this year, I talked to TK earlier this week. He the GOAT.
Yeah.
He the greatest to ever do that shit. Like to be honest, I'll be real with y'all. In terms of who I seen play the quarterback position, Buck Stats. That's the best nigga I ever seen, bro. This nigga do a behind the back pass just this week, man. Hey, man, I don't give a fuck.
He be practicing that shit.
I played flag football, adult flag football. Yes, it's different than regular flag football, but let me tell you something. If you're a great athlete, once you get time to adjust to the rules, you'll be able to play. And you'll know what the fuck to do. So Pat Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and B. John Robinson, because McCaffrey going to be too old by the time these Olympics come around. That's who the fuck we need to put out there. All you niggas that play adult man flag football, I had to look this nigga up. This nigga even play college football, bro. Nigga, hey, I don't like saying this phrase, but in the words of C's, bro, nigga, who is this nigga? Who is this nigga, bro? Come on, bro. Like, hey, man.
Who is this nigga?
Like,
What are those?
You talking about one of the guys, bro. You a peasant, nigga. I don't want you even, you shouldn't even be saying Pat Mahomes. They talking about I got a high IQ. Sit down, dog.
Prove it.
Like, nigga, you might be whole of the week for this shit.
Whole of the week?
Yeah, I think. Did y'all see his the way he throw the ball? He almost looked like Kaepernick. That's why Cap ain't in the league no more. Cause he throw that ball so weirdly.
Kaepernick might be coming back. The racist say he gonna get him back because he don't want to be considered a racist no more.
No, man, he's not. He might come back to hold a clipboard. He ain't coming back to play.
What's the man's name?
He go be a coach. He's not coming to play. He's not coming to play. I never played flag football. I coached it. Little league. It's a fun game to coach. I probably could play. I played it in intramurals in college and things like that. But it was a fun game. But dude, you're not on the level as Pat. Congratulations to you. You got your 15 minutes of fame. People know who you are now, but Verteezy still don't know who you are because he couldn't pronounce your name right.
I'm about to say, nigga, who the fuck is this nigga?
People know if you online, you know who he is because I seen the clips when he said it and they're showing his highlights and things like that. But no, man, it's
man. Are those highlights really, bro? Are those really? Cause I saw some of that shit today, bro. I was not impressed with what I saw. I didn't see no real accurate throwing, no strong ball throwing. I just saw him throwing the niggas that was wide open. And some weird ass shit. It was one shit. Some nigga was 10 yards down the field, threw the ball back, and he threw to some wide open nigga. That shit ain't no highlight, nigga.
Well, it's what we call it. That's his highlight reel. That's his highlight tape. It's some reels or something. I don't know. C's what you call it?
Yeah, man. It's basically all right. Let's go back to what league is it? What league is it? It's the NFL flag football. Your league does not exist without the fucking NFL. So, and it's the first time it's ever going to be in the Olympics. It's like you got to pay homage to who came before you. Nobody was thinking about this shit until the NFL said, yeah, we're going to sponsor this. They just recently started promoting the NFL. Like, I didn't know it was a nationwide big thing until last year when they started showing this on TV. I'm like, okay, it's some actual good people. And I see, random clips online of different football leagues. And most of the highlights, let's be honest, most of the highlights are going to be the receivers and the defenders. That's all the highlights. I never see highlights of quarterbacks unless it's some crazy throw. Like it's just like some basically it's some NFL type shit or college football type shit. Pass, you're like, damn, that's actually a pretty good throw. It's a good sport to have, but it's kind of just like the Olympics. There's a lot of sports where I'm not gonna say professional, but it's not the same. It doesn't have that same league appeal.
So are we gonna get smoked like the 3-on-3 team?
Oh nah. If anybody I don't even know how many other countries will have NFL teams.
We're not NFL like this.
NFL flag football teams because it's like a nationwide. It's like another question is who's
that's
gonna
America because football's America. Well, American football is America's game. So, but.
And it's like who's gonna?
But basketball was invented here too, though.
It's gonna be like the 9-2 dream team, bro.
You think so?
We gonna go out there. Let me keep it real, man. When Pat Surtain and motherfucking
But you
Sauce
think
Gardner,
they're going to play?
even if it's not them, AJ Terrell or maybe
No, I'm talking about not NFL players. But you think
those gonna be NFL players.
Yeah.
Even them big mouth nigga from Colorado, man.
Shador?
Travis Hunter. When them NFL corners start playing press coverage against them little flag football receivers, depending on what the rules are, even if they're not playing press, but I guarantee you, these other receivers ain't getting open.
Yeah, they're not.
getting open.
They wouldn't. But
And-
I don't see them playing. You think they're going to play?
Nah, they're gonna play because the
It's
NFL.
right in LA.
how they
They're
said
gonna
it?
play. They're gonna play.
Can I tell you why the NFL gonna play? Because they gonna like Roger Goodell's gonna look at it like David Stern. We got a Europe league. We do games in Germany. Shout out, they doing games in Mexico this year. If y'all don't know that like that, like they're trying to make this game
They did that
global.
last year. Yeah, Mexico.
So
City.
like, how do you make the game global? Send our best players to play in the Olympics when everyone in the world's gonna watch. So guess what? Now everyone gets to see Justin Jefferson. He's not gonna get tackled, y'all. You don't think he's gonna jump 10 feet in the air and
That's
catch one
crazy.
hand?
Yeah, that's super crazy because all the people that's in the NFL, all those black people,
Yeah.
those are black people. They were born like all the black people that was in the NBA.
He's in the open field. He ain't got to worry about no one tackling him, and he's gonna be doing all that juking and breaking ankles. That's gonna make people in Mexico,
that ain't
Europe
fair,
be
man.
like, "Yo, these niggas is dope."
This like that wouldn't be fair.
And that's what made the NBA a national game into a global game.
Yeah,
And I feel like this is gonna do the same thing, bro. It's gonna make all the motherfuckers across the world be like, "Yo, these are some of the best athletes in the world."
Yeah, they go make a rule and say that NFL players can't play just like
And
NBA.
to be honest, for those who understand flag football, you better hope we send Pat Mahomes. Because the most deadliest nigga we can send at quarterback for flag football rules is Lamar Jackson. We send Lamar, y'all really gonna get fucking smoked. Because
we send any of our guys there, they're gonna get smoked. I don't want to see NFL players doing these people like that. I don't want to see
NBA players, you don't mind them doing these niggas like that?
But it's actually a basketball game. This is not even this wouldn't be even fair. Like all those even NBA players, like that's not fair. But there's actually NBA players from other countries.
Hey,
There's no
what,
other
though?
countries that's gonna be
this game.
have
One or two
NFL
guys
games.
from Canada.
We might get them big niggas from Australia who eventually decide they gonna
Hold up. Hey, you know what I just thought of? Let's get some rugby players in that bitch.
You know, it's probably gonna be some rugby
Let's
players
get
in
some
there.
rugby players.
But the
guess
rugby
what?
players can't even make the team.
These niggas gonna realize, oh, hold up, bro.
It's
You think
different.
The NFL is way.
It's different.
Hey, that nigga just when they see Justin go up and they gonna be like, hey, bro, I thought he gonna stop at 7 feet, and this nigga keep climbing and climbing.
It's
Yo,
different.
this nigga different.
It's
They
different.
gonna, hey, just gonna get his own shoe because of this shit, bro.
It would not be entertaining to watch them do that. It would not be entertaining.
But speaking of Dale, Duque or Duce, like I said, he didn't even play college football. College football's here, y'all, man. The first game is tomorrow, and then the season really kicks off next week. We're not gonna really get into the games. We're just gonna have the outlook for the season. We're gonna give y'all the best storylines that we're looking forward to this season. Maybe some players that we might think got a potential to, be up for the Heisman, and just a few teams to look out for the playoffs because, as y'all know, we went from 4 games for the playoffs to 12. So now it's going to be a lot of teams
12 teams.
My bad, 12 teams. So now we got a lot of teams like Penn State and maybe like last year, Florida State last year? They got teams like Florida State that will have a legit chance. So, C's, what's some storylines you're looking forward to and some teams that you think that normally wouldn't make the playoffs might make it this year?
15 years too late. 15 years too late. They've been talking about switching up the FBS system for over 15 years. Might be 20. We've been talking about this for a long time, switching it up. Now we got quarterfinals, semifinals, and finally the finals and the championship. It's going to be interesting to see. The question is it actually going to be more fair? Like every year, everybody has those teams they can call. It's like, well, why this team didn't make it? They had more wins, or hey, they beat this person, beat this team, beat that team. They should have made it, but nah, the rankings, y'all fucked it up. So there's that. Deion Sanders, your house is on fire, bro. That shit is on fire. Let's see what happens with that fallout. Interesting kickoff this week is that game in Ireland, Georgia Tech versus FSU. They're trying to bring it, the same route as the NFL. So I mean that's gonna be interesting to see having games being played internationally, not just NFL but college too. It's like damn, they got an NFL game overseas in Europe. The conference changes. That's probably one of the biggest things is going to be is these teams switching to the conferences like the SEC. Is Texas going to make a difference? Are they going to be the bottom of the West?
Talking about Texas in the SEC this year?
Yeah, Texas and Oklahoma.
Man, that's gonna be wild.
So it's that whole dynamic. It was kind of crazy when they that first year when they added Mizzou. Mizzou was like damn near number 2 in the West, dominating. Then they just fell off real quick. Texas Tech, was it Texas Tech or was it Texas A&M? Texas Tech, right?
And the SEC?
SEC.
No, that's A&M.
A&M, Texas A&M. They had a good run their first 2-3 seasons. So it's gonna be, and then the Pac-12 is like, what is it, Pac 14 or Pac-12 this year?
I don't know. They don't matter.
So I mean, like the dynamics of the changing of the conferences is going to be crazy. I really don't have no names as far as a Heisman. I haven't really seen no promotion of like who's.
I know the name.
I got 2 huge names, Brandon. They play for the same team.
Well, I got one of those names probably from you, but I don't think Travis Hunter is the best player in college football. But is he going to be able to do what he couldn't do last year?
If he can stay healthy.
And that's basically stay healthy.
And I'm going to let you go last, Rose, only because I know you consume college football more than anybody at this table. So you're the most intelligent when it comes to talking about it. To me, Travis Hunter was great last season. If he would have stayed healthy, it would have been cool to see what he did because I think he still finished with like 700-800 yards, almost 10 touchdowns. So if he can finish the season with 1,200 to 1,400 receiving yards, double-digit touchdowns, 70 to 100 catches, and still have interceptions and a defensive impact, he can do what Charles Woodson did back in the day. But Shedeur Sanders, man, I think he got to be the runaway Heisman candidate, bro. Yeah, I think he got to be, man, because he had a great season last year. He got better talent this year. If they can make the playoffs, I feel like they're going to want to push him. And the last person I have, and this is going to be funny when I say this because it's not a name, it's just a position. Who else playing quarterback at USC under Lincoln Riley? Like Lincoln Riley has shown you, whoever his quarterback is, they are going to put up numbers from Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield to Caleb Williams. They're going to put up numbers, and that's one thing he does, bro. I'm surprised he's not in the NFL because his offensive mind is that fucking good. When they announced that Caleb's backup is going to be the starting quarterback, and Rose can attest to this. How often do we see someone who sat behind somebody for 3-4 years that first season come out and just kill it? So I'm pretty sure, hey, they're going to be up for it. As far as the playoffs go, and storyline-wise, I'm excited for what Colorado's going to do this year, man. They picked up so many people through the transfer portal. They, now that class Deion recruited, I want to see if they're going to be good. You got Caleb Williams. He left USC. Bo Nix left Oregon. So now these players have left. Like, what can they do in the, was it Pac-10, Pac-12 they in? Like, what can they do in that conference? The SEC, it's going to be interesting to see how Alabama is this first year by Nick Saban, because we've seen many dynasties keep on rolling. Notably, we've seen Duke kind of take a step back since Coach K left. So are they going to take a step back? And they was already kind of falling back. Kirby, y'all lost last year. Y'all should have made the playoffs, but y'all didn't. Now y'all guaranteed to make it. Are you going to be able to keep them boys and we get a third championship? It's not going to be 3 in a row, but we're going to get a third championship in the last 4 years. And as far as the playoffs go, man, I ain't going to lie. I'm looking forward to a team like Penn State having an opportunity to legitly, make the playoffs because, Franklin, I can't think of his full name, but the black head coach there, he's done a great job since he's been there. It's just they normally lose 1 or 2 games against Michigan, Ohio State, and it keeps them out of that, top 4 contention. But I think I was watching Colin Cowherd, and they said that if the 12-team playoff would have been the last 6 years, they would have made it 5 of the last 6 years. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do. I also want to see what some of these other teams in the SEC going to do because we know the SEC is probably the best conference in my opinion. So teams that like LSU and Florida, you know, they normally have great seasons. Not they don't put them back to back all the time. Hey, are they going to be able to make the playoffs and make a noise? And lastly, like I want to see if teams from them smaller conferences like Boise State, you know, the Conference USA of America or whatever, like teams from these smaller conferences, they go 12-0. I know UCF went undefeated a couple years ago. Like, hey, this is your opportunity to play against the big boys and show us what you got. Because y'all always say, if y'all had the opportunity, y'all do something. So, and I'm excited. This is one of the first times in the last 5 years I'm truly excited to watch college football.
Yeah, I'm. First things first. You know what I'm saying.
Shout out Nick Wright.
You know what I'm saying. Georgia Bulldogs. Carson Beck is going to be in the running for the Heisman. We got some wide receivers now. I want to say he's hands down probably going to be the best quarterback in the country. I don't see anybody that's better than him. He has the experience. He's not young. He has to fit. He's 6'4". You know what I'm saying? He's a prototypical quarterback. Georgia reloaded. Saban is not there anymore, so the big bad wolf is not there. The Kirby Smart, you know what I'm saying. We don't have to go against the referees anymore, because you know Nick Saban was paying the referees to give us all the calls. We don't have to go against them no more. So Colorado, everybody keep talking about these playoffs. First things first, get to a bowl game.
How the schedule look?
Get to a bowl game first before we start talking about playoffs. Playoffs? Get to a bowl game.
That's 50%, right?
No, you got to about 6 games. They couldn't even do that last year. You know what I'm saying? But get to a bowl game first, and then we'll talk about playoffs next year.
Hey, Rose, speaking of them real quick, it was crazy because when they started the season undefeated, we had a lot of people in our DMs, me and Rose, talking about, oh, y'all was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Bizarre. And then me and Rose was like, came on the pot. Hey, we saw it. We apologize. Yeah. And then we was like, but let's see how they keep this going. And the next thing you know, it's like, hey, I thought we had them at 4-5 wins. They finished it like 4-5 wins.
Yeah, they definitely did that. But we could do that again this year. But I think I got them at 6 wins this year. I don't think Shador is as good as people are trying to make, or his daddy is making him out to see.
4-5 again. 4-5 again. I guarantee it.
Like,
What's the schedule?
It don't matter what the schedule is like. We talked about the schedule last year. We just let them play.
Garbage.
Well, let them play, and then
They had one of the hardest schedules last year.
No, they didn't.
And just to ease,
they had their schedule.
So they're gonna face North Dakota State, Nebraska,
Oh, I can't wait to see
Colorado
that game.
State, Baylor, UCF, Kansas State, who's ranked 18, Arizona, who's ranked 21, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utah, ranked 12,
Ass whooping.
Kansas, who's ranked 12, 22, and Oklahoma State.
Oh, so they got an easier schedule than they had last year.
Yeah, they ain't got USC and Oregon like they did the year before.
Yeah, so they got an easier schedule than they had last
So
year.
they should have 2 more games. So they should win 2 more games.
They're gonna go.
Hey, we'll
5
see.
and 4. 5 and 4.
But the thing is, like, I want to see them get. You got to get to a bowl game before we start talking about going from to making the playoffs. You got to get to a bowl game first, and then we can talk about playoffs next year. After if Deion even stays, because after his 2 sons leave and Hunter leave, he'll probably be gone too.
That's right.
He'll probably be gone too. But I want to see what Shador does, man, because watching him play against real competition, he wasn't that guy. He wasn't that guy. I hate to say he wasn't that guy.
It's gonna be interesting because people got him going like number 1, number 2 in the draft.
Yes, they do. And I'm like, from watching him play last year against real competition, he was not that guy.
Yes, people got him going that high in the draft this year.
What?
There's a campaign saying
okay.
tank for Shador, bro.
Okay, this is what I was saying.
He looked good to me.
You must have
Get
watched
your
the
eyes
first game.
checked. Get your eyes
Just
checked.
because he wasn't winning don't mean he wasn't looking good.
Get your eyes checked, my boy.
That's
He's
like
slow.
Russell Wilson. That's like Russell Wilson. Like Russell Wilson looked good to me last year with the Broncos.
But he was good last year. That's
No, they didn't do shit.
No, he was good. He was
They
one of
didn't
the
do
best.
shit.
He was one of the best quarterbacks in the league
Did they
last
make it
year.
to the playoffs?
Like I said, he was one of the
Did
best.
they make it to the playoffs? Yes or no?
Bertuzzi was according to the numbers was Russell Wilson one of the best quarterbacks in the league last year.
Russell was good last year, bro.
Okay, so like I said, he looked like Russell Wilson to me. He looked pretty good. He looked pretty good. He was doing what he's supposed to do.
I'm gonna say this: Shador impressed me last season because I thought him going from the HBU level to D1 level, he looked terrible.
That's right.
But I will say this:
He did look terrible.
He held his own.
He did not look like some of these other D1 quarterbacks that's been there for more than one season. Like
He looked good to
he
me.
looked average.
He looked average, and so I'm hoping for the best for him, but because that's what I want to see last year. I want to see how it's going, his evolution is going to rise. But he did his job. He did his job, but as far as being Heisman guy, I don't see him being Heisman.
We ain't said Heisman. We should have said number one on the
No. I got him Heisman because he got a lot of hype.
Yeah.
And let's be real, the Heisman ain't like the NFL MVP.
Yeah.
There's a campaign. Rose knows this. People campaign for that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And they create these Heisman moments.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can make the playoffs and you get
highlights.
a couple Heisman highlights, I think Shador can get it.
Yeah, because of his daddy, but I don't see it.
Will he deserve it? I don't know, but I can see him.
No,
I can see him sitting there Saturday night waiting.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. It's a possibility, but as just watching the games from last year, watching him play, he talks better than he plays. That's all I got to say, man. We can go all day on college football, but we've been on there now long enough.
And
let's blow it up, man.
One thing I love about college football, I love when, especially in the SEC, a team's losing and they pan to a white girl, and what she's doing, Rose, crying. Oh, shit.
Either clapping or drinking a beer or crying.
And I'm talking about she got them nasty tears coming down her face. They take that shit seriously, man. So tears or no tears, y'all.
I don't know. It's TNT.
Boom.
Dynamite.
So I sent a video earlier this week of a Philly man getting arrested. Now, y'all probably thinking, fuck is important about that? Well, in this video, the man who was arresting the dude was his brother.
Oh shit!
But he just wasn't his brother. Apparently, that's his twin brother.
It was a twin brother.
And then, as he's getting arrested, the whole hood is outside clapping and cheering, and he's getting excited. And I think
He was really happy.
And I think you could hear him say some shit like, "I can't wait to eat this jail food" or some shit like that. And then his brother, who's arresting him, is just smiling and laughing.
Mm-hmm.
And then he puts him in the back of the police van and closes the door behind him.
What did he get arrested for?
I do not know. I doubt it's something serious because he was too happy to be getting locked up. So I doubt it's something that's going to hold him for like a long period of time. Man, I got tears of laughter, y'all, because one just shows you can have the same upbringing and go to two different paths. Two, yo, bro, I told C's, please tell me that you didn't miss your brother that much that you was like, the only way I can see my brother is get in trouble and get locked up. Like, please tell me that's not what it was. It was like, man, this nigga ain't answer my phone calls, he answers my text message. I got to do something to get locked up just to see this nigga because you was too happy, homie, to get locked up. So, tears.
Yeah, I got tears too, man. I feel sorry for their mother. I feel sorry for their mother. Like mom's like, dog, you really had to do your brother like that? But they probably get paid if they can. They're probably gonna get paid. They'll probably start a podcast after you get out. You know what I'm saying? It'll be
Convict and cop.
Yeah, something like that. Cops and robbers or something. You know
Crooks and cops.
Yeah, something like that. So shout out to them. But yeah, man, I feel sorry for their mother.
Man, I got no tears, man. Bruh, it's like literally your twin brother. How they gonna say, like, hey, bruh, the suspect we looking for looks like Officer Johnson. It's me. Hey, I don't know who this dude is, man. He got away. If you arrest your twin brother, you supposed to let him go. I ain't see him. Matter of fact, I'm happy nobody got shot. Because what if they had a picture of the suspect and they'd be like, oh, that looks like Officer Johnson. Shoot him, like get him. So you got a cop getting arrested for something his brother did, but besides that,
Mr. Harris.
Besides that, man, it was crazy because like you can't take it seriously because this dude was like, yeah, I'm going. I'll be out next week. Basically, what he should have said, I'll be out next week because his brother arresting you, you getting arrested, you willingly going in the back of the paddy wagon. It's like, come on. He must have not did anything serious. Whole hood cheering. He like, yeah. Who the hell celebrates to get locked up? Because you got to pay bail money, whatever.
Homeless people.
Besides that, it's just like, it's crazy to see, man. Hey,
Gay
no
people.
But besides that, man, no tears, man. It's just a funny situation.
Hey, talk about Juice Man looked disgusting when you said that, Rose.
Yeah, but if you got a twin, man, let him go, man.
Trans people.
I mean, my bad, Juice Man.
Oh man, I don't know what to say about this bullshit because it's like I don't understand it. I don't.
Nobody does.
I don't
Shit.
get it.
What
It's
you-
like what? Why was the people cheering? Because it sounds like this. What it sounds like me. It sounds like they was cheering because the brother is still in the project, right? Yes or no?
Probably.
Okay. The other brother that's a cop, he lives on the other side of town. He ain't been in the projects since he been a fucking cop. So they cheering when they see this nigga come back to the hood like, oh, you made it back to the hood? Oh, to lock up your brother? Oh, about time, nigga. You gotta come back to the hood to lock up
Your brother is a menace, nigga.
Yeah,
Get this
it's
nigga off
like,
the street.
that's what it sounds like to me.
Get this nigga off the street. He'll be back next week, though.
Yeah, it's like something simple, but it's just like, man, come on. Like, you sent me the video?
Yeah, I saw the video. No, I didn't send you the video, man.
Okay, that's why we here where we at. Because I was like, I don't understand what's going on. But hey, this shit just sounds like he forgot where he came from. The cop, he forgot where he came from, and like they was happy to see him come home. But at the same time, he came home. I forgot the word for it, but it's black when they not extortion, but it's like what's the word for it? You just smearing bad shit. Trying to make it look good, not publicity, but what's the word for it?
Basically, when you glorify
Exploratory. What's it called?
exploitation.
Exploitation. That's what it sounds like to me. It was just like, oh, you kind of like your brother. It's just black exploitation to the fullest, and it's like, man, come on,
Just some
it's
ignorant
bullshit.
shit.
Yeah,
Just
some
some
ignorant
ignorant
ass shit. So hey, it is what it is.
Hey, man, so we talking about people getting locked up. So there was this field trip that a bunch of teenagers went on, and they were supposed to see basically how the court system and judicial system work. And they would sit in the courtroom as different court cases was happening. There was this one girl who had been deprived of sleep because of her living arrangements. She kept falling asleep. So the judge was like, hey, you're going to show some respect and know not to play with me in the system. And he not only handcuffed her, had the officers handcuffed her, he had her, put in a jumpsuit. That judge is basically being reviewed for his actions. The mother got on social media and said, the same way you said, my daughter and I shouldn't play with you, no, not to play with a black mother. We talked about this spiritably last night. What's tears or no tears?
I got tears, man. It's a situation where I understand being hard on people, going hard, making people understand. She doesn't have any criminal background, didn't do anything. It's literally a summer program field trip to the courthouse. I understand you might have a live court case going on.
Okay, live court. So it was a live court case.
But it might not. Probably in this situation when you have minors, it's not going to be a serious case. Like you're not going to have a murder on trial. It's literally a summer program where these kids are going to the courthouse, watching the process.
Mm.
The fact that you had your bailiffs take the kid, make them change into jail clothes, and basically sit there and plead their case to you. It's like, I understand where you're coming from. You might want to be like, hey, these kids, like he might be on some Judge Joe Brown shit and be like, hey, these kids need to know.
Yeah.
I understand it.
Yeah.
She ain't do shit besides fall asleep in court. I understand it. it's like, hey, sometimes you gotta keep shit behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Talk to her go to your chambers, talk to her strictly.
No.
And then hold on. Wait. The whole situation about then you find out why she's falling asleep in court.
Why did she fall asleep in court?
She's basically homeless. She's basically homeless. Her mom,
the girl was homeless?
girl's basically homeless. Her mom, her and her mom and her other siblings are in some situation. And her mom was like that. She was like, mom's crying on court, on local TV and shit, talking
Trying
about
to get some money, trying to bag some money.
not even that. Was she really begging?
I just feel like this.
That's eventually what they go try to get. Some
But it's like sometimes it's like, bro,
It's like,
bro, I understand you're trying to keep people off the streets and you got this whole rhetoric. Sometimes it's better to talk to somebody than make a public display, because then it's like, okay, what are these other kids gonna think? They're like, well, damn, fuck the court, fuck the system.
That's fine, but they going to jail.
So it's like it. So I mean, it's kind of a mixed view of it. So I mean,
What you think, Juice Man?
Hey, she got what she was supposed to get. Like, what the fuck? You in court? So it should have been this simple. This is the best thing they could have did in this situation. Hey, you can't be asleep in the courtroom. You gotta go to sleep. You need to get out the courtroom because you will be held in contempt. That's simple. That's simple. They're supposed to give a lot of times judges give warnings. So
he said, fuck that. He said, fuck your warning.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be a warning. Hey, the guardian of the child, you need to see her ass motherfucker out of here because we in court.
Guardian ain't there. She's there with the program.
Whoever the
program
teacher is, the teacher,
that's the guardian time.
or the parent that's there supervising the kids.
You need to take the motherfuckers out. Chaperone, you got to take these motherfuckers because that's contempt of court. We ain't playing that shit. That's simple.
Yeah, man. I don't have tears, man. Me and C talked about last night. It's funny that you even said it, man. I looked it up. In a lot of states, you fall asleep in court, it's considered contempt. And when you do contempt of court, you get arrested, you get thrown in a jumpsuit. Like, lawyers get put in contempt of court. People don't even understand that. Like, when the lawyer's too belligerent to the judge has the authority to do that. I'm going to be honest. I sympathize with you talking about her background, her being homeless. To me, I look at the mother. I don't look at the judge because I don't know that you're homeless. I just know you came on this field trip. So to me, we should be aiming more attention to the mother. Like, why is you homeless? Like, why have you not created a stable environment for your child? Like, that's not no shit to be like, oh, they homeless, man. We should
maybe the program is the only outlet for it's like, hey,
but they should have gave the child a warning. It's not just you don't supposed to go straight to contempt like that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she was given a warning, man. I doubt the judge said the very first time put her in handcuffs because from what I read, she had dozed off a couple times.
Yeah, so that's just like the entitlement, man. Oh, I don't gotta listen to you. You ain't my daddy, nigga. Fuck you. Lock him up.
But the last thing I want to say, man, is I think this generation's just soft, bro. Like when I watched judge shows back in the day, I saw Judge Judy snapping on hoes, Judge Mathis and Judge Joe Brown going ham on niggas. Judge Mathis calling motherfuckers crackheads and shit, bro. But with that's
probably her mama.
But with that being said, though, this is what I hate about this shit, C's. I also saw episodes where Judge Mathis and Judge Joe Brown showed sympathy to people, and was like, yo, this dude is trying to get out of his circumstances, and you as an uncle or whatever ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. I saw episodes like that. So who's to say, hey, this judge doesn't show sympathy in certain cases? Like, hey, you got to let these young people know that the legal system is not nothing to play with.
That's right.
That you can go to jail, you can go to prison. And especially, I feel like, to be honest, and people may not want to hear this, I feel like when you black and you're in a position of power, you have to be hard on black people sometimes so they can understand that, hey, man, when you go into this world, white people don't give a damn about them tears and the word of Denzel from Remember of the Titans, man. White people don't give a damn about them tears, man. They don't give a damn that you homeless. They don't give a damn that you broke. All they see you doing is stealing a loaf of bread to feed yourself. Hey, you gonna go to jail, man. So, I ain't got no tears. The mother need to get her shit together so she can put her daughter in a better situation. That's what we need to talk about, not this judge.
Yeah, I don't have any tears on this situation because it's not like she got a record or really got arrested. She was just making a point. teaching the people in the courtroom. You fall asleep in here, I'm gonna put you in some handcuffs and a jumpsuit. But she didn't get no record. She ain't had to go to YDC or nothing like that. She fine. She got to go home, but she knows better now. You know what I'm saying? And everybody in her class
She gotta
knows
go to the
better.
park.
What part? To
She homeless, nigga.
Oh, well, she probably went to the homeless shelter. That's probably her home. You know what I'm saying? They in Philly. What not? You know what I'm saying? I'm from Philly.
Shout out McMill.
You know what I'm saying?
Get that bitch a home, McMill.
Yeah, where you at, McMill? You too busy running around with P Diddy and that white dude, that rich white man,
Mike Rubin,
yeah, and the owner of the
You got
Philadelphia
your own
owners.
people on the streets, McMill.
Where you at, McMill? Tag McMill in this. Yeah, blow up his mailbox. You know what I'm saying? Tag McMill. Where you at? Yeah, but other than that, man, let's move on, man. We running late.
Hey, man, if you get arrested, man, and you go to prison, you might get fucked in the ass. It's a 95% probability that's gonna happen to you if you're a black male. So with that being said,
Nah, don't put that on us.
my bad. My bad. If you go to prison, period, it's a 95% probability that's gonna happen. This next story is crazy. So this man had a colonoscopy done.
Yeah.
It was an 84-year-old doctor.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have his hearing aid in. The dude woke up from the medication, and he had a tube shoved up far up his ass or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was screaming in pain,
Mm-hmm.
and he couldn't hear him. So the doctor just kept going, and now the doctor's on probation, and he cannot do operations and stuff unless he has somebody else who's certified there. I got tears of laughter again, man. And even though I know this is a traumatic experience for this dude,
he's gonna get a check.
I'm gonna be real though, man. It's your fault.
Huh?
And y'all niggas look at me like, bro, I'll be real. If I walk in and my doctor's old as hell, I'm walking out.
Okay.
Like, you 84 years old, bro. We talked on the podcast, we talked on the podcast about we got to get these old ass politicians out. You said that first. So you don't want a politician to be 84 years old, but you okay going to a doctor that's 84? I don't want you playing my feet, my teeth. I definitely want you playing my booty hole, nigga. And you 84 years old? No,
what
nigga.
city was this in?
This was somewhere in Florida. Where that nigga probably be paying for pussy. That's probably why he's still working at 84 years old. He probably got a 25-year-old girlfriend on the side, man. And shout out to you. Get that money, nigga. Get that money as long as they gonna pay you to work. Get that money. But hey, nah, bro. I'm not going to no doctor that's old as hell. I need a doctor between the ages of 35 and 65. Any older than that, it's like, yo, bro, you too old to even tell me how to live my life, and you finna die.
Tears. Florida, why are you always in the news? It's always in Florida. Every fucking week, it's always Florida. Why the hell did the state board allow this man to even still operate or do anything? At this point, you should be an advisor, a teacher, or something. Because apparently you can't hear. Why the hell you ain't got your hearing aids, man? It's like, oh, put oil on it. Put some tips on it, or do this, do that. Hey, this guy speaks Spanish. He wouldn't know because he can't hear it. Basically, dude's gonna get paid, and then another thing is, they said the tech wasn't fully trained or cleared to insert anything anywhere. So
it's malpractice.
You got a malpractice suit on your hands, man. Besides that, man, it's tears because that's a messed up situation. It's like, hey, like D.L. Hughley said, black men and Hispanics usually don't go for that type of shit anyway. It's like, you gonna stick what where? Hell no.
Yeah, but it was a black man that was getting done too. So he probably got good insurance. Hey, shit. When you get to a certain age, shit gotta get done, man. Shit gotta get done. Because believe it or not, it gets to the point that when your prostate time, it was time for your prostate to get checked. If you don't okay your prostate to get checked,
You're gonna die,
They're gonna let you die.
Don't even go.
They gonna
Don't
let
even
you
go.
die.
Don't even go. Just if you're gonna die, you're gonna die.
They're gonna let you die. And it's fucked up. But yeah, so like they said, some shit pop off, boom, they don't know what the fuck going on with you. You'll do, hey, we gotta check your prostate. And then you as a man like, nah, you can't check my prostate. And they're gonna let you know right there, like if we can't check your prostate, we just gonna stop all medical practices on you right now and let you go home. If that's what you choose.
Man, real quick, man. Cause y'all ain't even address what the fuck I said.
What you said?
So y'all letting an 84-year-old man.
I already said it. I said, why is this? I already said, why is this old ass nigga still being able to operate?
So a 95-year-old man
He's
say
a
he
doctor.
gonna look up your ass. You good?
He's a doctor.
Okay, cool then.
You gonna
okay.
let a doctor look up your ass? Sometimes you have to.
Okay,
That's
cool.
why I
No.
said you have to.
In the words of the great,
He's a fucking
in the
doctor.
words of the great philosopher Juvenile, boy, back that ass up.
Never said that. Never been said in history.
So,
The fuck are you talking about?
yeah, he said back that ass up. What you talking about?
Girl, you was a big fine woman. Why don't you back to that?
So, anyway, Juvenile was kicked out of first class on American Airlines.
American? Oh god.
Posted a video, and then basically, had to get another flight to where he was going. I think he was going somewhere in New Orleans. Now, the whole story, his wife was going to get kicked off. He had to go to first class. Coach. He said he's a celebrity, he can't do coach. C said apparently because they had to change planes or something, and there was going to be enough seating, there was a couple people who had to go from first class to coach, and Juvenile didn't want to do that. C's, tears on tears.
I got tears because it's like, hey, if I pay for first class,
I'm sitting for a class.
guess what I'm flying? First class. What you don't hear in the video is nobody said, oh, sir, we're going to make concessions and refund you some money. They just said, no, in order to go forward, we need to move somebody to coach. You got to move to coach. So he said, he basically took him off on the offer. He said, you can either go to coach or you can get off the plane. He said, fuck y'all. I'm off the fucking plane and I'm going to catch the next bitch on a different airline out of here, which is exactly what he did. And afterwards, he's scrolling through showing how many fucking, all the airlines, United, Delta, name an airline besides Spirit and all the other Frontier, name the main ones. He basically had first class tickets in all those damn flights. So you got a freaking flyer. A lot of shit happens behind the scenes people don't see, like plane switches and cruise shifts and all this other shit. I can go talk about this shit for like a whole hour, but it's some other shit. The only problem I had with what he said was he was like, I'm a celebrity. Like, do you know who I am? That's the only problem I had. But besides that,
He pulled that card.
That's all I need, hey, bro, and that's why I got no tears. That's all
He
I
pulled
need.
that card.
Fuck everything you just said.
He
Steve.
pulled the whole
That's
card.
all I need, bro. Like, yo, this is a professional airline. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend just because I'm black. These people probably ain't come to here and tell them, hey, yo, we had to randomly choose people. I'm not even gonna pretend. I'm not even gonna play that game, C's. I'm not even.
No, I'm saying, no, I'm agreeing with you. That's the other portion of the video we didn't see. We didn't see anybody say like, hey,
So we gotta stop that. Just because
we
I
didn't
didn't
see
see the video posted, it didn't happen. I'm pretty sure them people told him professionally, yo, we gotta change aircrafts. We went from 50 first class seats to 40. We gotta randomly choose. We asked you to volunteer. You didn't volunteer. No one else volunteered. Can you go to? You gotta go to coach now because now we gotta pick. And now you talking about, well, I'm a celebrity. It's gonna be a problem if I go back there, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. If I pay for first class and I'm nobody, I'm supposed to get my seat because that's Juvenile across the way. Is he Juvenile? You finna give me 5 bands to go to coach because I paid $1,700 just like you paid $1,700 to sit in first class. They didn't pick me, nigga. They picked you. So sit your ass back there and talk to the peasants.
if I pay for first class, I'm flying first
Get
class.
off. Now the second thing,
like you said,
just because they ain't say this, bro, just because they ain't showed us in the video, let's be real, bro. This is a professional fucking company, bro. Y'all really want to see me sit here and believe they was going to offer to refund him, bro? I know for a fact this professional fucking company, one of the best airlines in the world, American Airlines, not Spirit now, not Frontier, not United, American Airlines. I know for a fact they offered to be like, yo, you paid $1,700 for first class. Coach is 800.
You know what?
He go 900.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They ain't Delta, baby. That's
They,
American. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's a chance they was like, nigga, fuck you, get to the coach.
nah, I don't think they did that. They
That's
said
American. It's not Delta.
they said, man, I'm from around the way. You gonna leave here with something.
He pulled that celebrity card. He felt like he was too good to sit back there with us, the peasants.
Nigga, if I paid $1,700 for a damn first class flight in domestic, you better believe I paid that much. I'm flying first class. Somebody gonna do something.
Yeah, I feel all y'all on that, but I'm pretty sure they like Vertiz said, that's a big company, you know what I'm saying? They from around the way. Like Denzel said, he said, you gotta move the coach, but you leaving here with something. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no chance for Juvenile on this one. I was like, when I seen it, I was like, he really pulled the whole card? Like, I thought Juvenile was one of the real ones. I'm a celebrity. Come on now. I done seen Juvenile pull that card. I done seen Offset pull that card. Now I expect the hoes to pull this card. But not y'all. Y'all supposed to be gangsters and thugs. You're supposed to be back there with your people. You're supposed to be back there signing autographs and signing phones and like, hey, yeah, from Lawyer. Yeah. I thought you was from the Third Ward. You know what I'm saying?
You know, everybody
He was that Coach Hype, nigga.
Yeah.
Everybody broke.
You supposed to be back. You supposed to be back there throwing a concert.
Even Boosie like, man,
No,
I ain't never been this broke before. This is a fucked up year, bro. I'm sorry. Even Boosie like, man, I ain't never been this broke.
It don't matter how broke you is, how rich you is. Just you didn't want to volunteer. They offered you something. You want to go leave here with nothing. Like, just go back there and back that booty up.
You could have made somebody day, Juvenile. So, speaking of making somebody day, man. So this woman normally allows her boyfriend to drive her car during the day. She says, hey, drop me off to work. And the boyfriend keeps the car all day. So she posted a video of her and her boyfriend arguing about basically she decided to drive herself to work. The boyfriend was like, see, that's your problem. You fucking selfish, man. How you know I ain't have shit to do today, man? She said, well, you could have Ubered. Why the fuck am I going to Uber when we got a perfectly good car or whatever? And she said, that's my car, and I wanted to drive today. I don't know if I sent y'all this video. I could have sworn it was another video I saw this week where she posted that her boyfriend ended up just taking her car or some shit like that. Did you see that, Rose?
No, I didn't watch it or watch the video because I thought it was a skit.
Yeah. So I like I said, I don't know if it was a skit, but I could have sworn it was a second video that she posted maybe a day later, basically of her boyfriend just taking the car, her having to call the cops to try to get her car back.
That's right.
Rose, man, what you think about this Jody and Yvette situation?
Man, what's wrong?
Jody,
what's wrong with these hoes, man? Like, I told you I need the whip. Like, I got business to go take care of. Let me hold the whip. You ain't using the whip. You must be trying to use the whip because you want to go to work. So you about to go to Wendy's and change your outfit and then go out in town and go to brunch with the other nigga or something. That what you was doing. Yeah, you trying to go out with another
nigga. She outside tonight.
Yeah, it's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. Yeah, we see you. We see you. That's all it is, man. I ain't got no tears, man. No tears.
Hey, man, I ain't got no tears either because if this is what you normally do, we are creatures of habits. Then you need to get that nigga the fucking card in. I don't give a fuck if it's your car. That's what you normally do. Now, if you don't normally give him the card, then it is what it is. But first of all, real quick, man, y'all hoes gotta stop letting these niggas drop y'all off at work any fucking way in yo shit. No tears.
Cheers. We already said, hey, Jody, little Jody. Hey, the way he came at her, he seemed like he ain't had no emotion anyway. It's not like this nigga was driving her car to go get some money. If you're going to do some shit like that, pull up, hey, here's some money. This is what I had going on. This is what I did. Shut the fuck up, take his cash. I don't know if he's a dealer or whatever he got going on in the streets. Apparently, you ain't picking her up on time anyway. You ain't dropping her off on time. So it's like, bitch, it's on you. The tears are for you being stupid.
Yeah, drop that zero and get with a hero.
Basically, is what I'm saying is.
You want to ride in the Benzo.
You gotta lose. Hey, shout out to Jerome, man, Marty Marr. Yeah, it's just that situation. It's like, why are you with a nigga who ain't even doing that? You don't know what he doing with your car. If you ask him, where were you? Oh, I was doing this, I was doing that. I was, I was making something shake.
That's why I figured it was a skit. Because why would she record that whole conversation? Like you putting yourself out there. Like, yeah, I'm a dumb hoe. Yeah, this is what I go through every day. Like that's why I just figured it was a skit, and I didn't even watch.
And the whole the main phrase though is, "It's my car." So how the fuck are you gonna tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to do with my shit?
But if it's her car, why he even in the car with you? Y'all must live together, so he must be contributing to something.
Yeah,
or y'all
contributing to shit.
But if he's not, so why is he even in the car? Why you go pick him up to go take you to work? Like,
hey, I hope
just go to work.
I hope you hear this, ho. I hope you
just go to work.
No tears for your donor.
Hey man, I don't know what's wrong with these hoes, man.
Tell us
what's wrong with them.
What we talking
What's
about today?
wrong with them?
So a woman tweeted that if a man's paying all the bills by himself, why would he then expect a woman to go 50-50 once she moves in with him?
Huh?
Hey, what's wrong with these hoes, y'all?
Wait, okay, so say it one more time.
If a man is paying all the bills by himself,
okay, so I'm living by myself and I'm paying all my bills
by yourself.
Okay.
Then your girlfriend, who was living by herself, or maybe with her family, decides to move in with you.
50%.
Why would you expect her to contribute 50%?
Because you moved in, bitch. 50%. It's 50%. What the fuck you talking about?
Hey man, so me personally, I know me and C's talked about this.
Let's just be finished.
No. Go.
I know me and C's talked about this though, man. Hey, I agree with you, Juice Man, for the simple fact of, yo, the only way I could see it being cool is if you was living with your parents and not paying shit, and I told you to move in with me because I did not want to be alone. But if you had your own place and I had my own place, and your place was $1,200 and my place was $1,400, you know what? We ain't gotta go 50-50. But bitch, can we go 60-40?
Yeah, you need to come with something.
Like, can I pay $800 a month and you pay $600 a month? Because I can't pay no $1,400 a month to have a roommate.
But you already been doing it.
Hey,
bills low.
But can I compare though? That I look at it the opposite way. Bitch, you was already paying $1,200.
Yeah.
So the fact that you paying $600 now, you should be looking at me like, thank God.
They don't see it that way.
You know? So, hey, bruh, let me tell you niggas, stop going for this sucker ass shit, because there's niggas out here with shitty underwear on, living in a house for free or apartment for free, driving bitches' cars and dropping them off to work and going to their side bitch house to treat them like a king. Stop going for this goofy ass shit and paying 100% of the bills when you got a bitch that works. What's wrong with these hoes?
Okay. Like you say, man, it's a lot of variables in this situation.
Ain't no variables.
It's a lot of variables. Because let's say if she ain't working, she's chilling at the house eating all the motherfucking hog maw, she eating all the pig feet.
So you're saying she quit her job? That's why she came and
crab legs. This bitch eating crab legs.
She eating all the crab legs. She eating all the fucking food, watching all the TV. So now your utility bills done fucking triple.
No, but we're coming out the fact like this, just man, like he just explained. She's paying all her bills, you're paying all your bills, and then y'all moving together. That's the lens we're looking through.
She's supposed to pay half.
Yeah, so keep it on there. Keep it on there.
She's supposed to pay half.
Unless you were trying to be a safe haven and say, hey, come live with me, I'll take care of you.
She's supposed to pay half. It's like look, hopefully they had this conversation before she even moved in. Like, look, you know what would be smart? If we've been together for a while, we both got our own fucking bills, let's combine our bills into one so we can save some fucking money. That's the premise of that situation. It's like you move in and become one to save fucking dough.
Yeah.
But if you ain't saving no dough, it's pointless.
Y'all ain't saving no dough?
What the fuck we doing it for?
The whole gotta go.
Yeah.
If y'all ain't saving no dough, the whole gotta go.
All right.
C's and C's.
Man, it's one of those situations, man. It's like, hey, we live in 2024, man. If you ain't got a dual income or more than one income into the house, you got to be doing something. Like maybe you taking care of the house, make the house spotless, get your little side gig, cook dinner. If what makes a woman that makes 60,000, 70,000, or even 100,000 marry a man that makes equal or more, feel like they're gonna marry a man and then they're just gonna sit at home and be a housewife.
Okay. That shit was funny. Okay, we're in Augusta, Georgia, and you said 60,000.
Hold on. Let's see his finish.
He way off.
No, let's see his finish.
60,000?
This is just a general situation. If you coming into the days of you sitting at home being a housewife and not contributing anything are over. Those days we're past that age. There's only certain countries where you can do that.
You can still do it.
You can do it, but I mean, why? Why though?
If that's your situation, that's what you signed up for. Then that's what you signed up.
And
for.
most of
you
these
want to be in control.
Most of these situations, these men did not sign up for that. This is just the ultimatum that woman said, hey, this is what you're gonna do.
You can't do
because you were doing it before. Why can't you do it now? There's an extra mouth to feed. You're using more water. Bitch, why are you taking an hour shower before? I was in the shower for 10 minutes. You in there for a whole hour. My electric bill's more. My water bill's higher. So
everything's higher. That's right.
So now plus he's taking care of you. You spending money. Typically, no offense to females, y'all spending extra money on bullshit. So there's that factor. It's just what the heck? Why two become one? If you could say, hey, I'm not gonna pay the bills, you're gonna pay all the bills, but whatever I make, we're gonna put it into the joint family account, or we're gonna put it into something, real estate, a business, savings, fucking savings. You can just put it to some stocks, whatever. But what's wrong with these hoes, man?
I'm gonna let Rose wrap it up, but I forgot to mention this real quick. I don't know where this mentality comes from with these hoes, and I only say this because most of you hoes that saying this are under the age of 50. Most of y'all hoes, like I feel like that era of men paying for everything ended in the 80s. Once the 90s came, go to the 90s TV shows. You watch a lot of 90s TV shows. The couples paid 50-50. Like it wasn't too many TV shows in the 90s and early 2000s where the man paid 100% of the bills. The women basically helped contribute to the bills. The last era of basically you watching TV shows where the man worked and the woman was at home was probably like the 80s and 70s. So most of you hoes even commenting on this shit.
I would say 50s and 60s.
Didn't even see the shit on TV. And most of y'all was in households. If y'all had two parents now, and I'm only speaking for myself, most of my friends that had two parents, both of the parents worked. You know, and if you came from a household with a single parent, it was normally a single household with a mother. So I don't understand why you hoes even feel like this is okay.
Yeah, I don't think they see like it's okay. They just trying to get over it. You know what I'm saying? But like Juice Man said, like if she ain't got nothing to go, you know what I'm saying, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? But think about it.
Gotta go.
Yeah, you just gotta go. But because I'm pretty sure you had a conversation. Like you don't just move somebody in without having a conversation. Sometimes people do that. Oh yeah, come stay with me. You know what I'm saying? This, and that. But if you saving the hoe, just say that.
It's a safe haven for hoes.
Yeah, it's a safe haven. Come on, you can come stay here for free. I'm gonna take care of you.
I just want that pussy every once in a while.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be your payment. That's gonna be your bill. Let me spill something in there, that thing real quick. Let me spill something. And you go clean up the mess. That's all you got to do, clean up the mess. But other than that, if you got your own, he got his own, y'all supposed to put it. Y'all ain't even got to put the 50-50 or y'all need to have a conversation like, hey, this is how we go do. We go work as a team, and help each other out. Especially now in 24, like C says, everything's going up. Gas is going down right now, but that's just because there's an election going on. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But everything is still high. Like two make better than one, and even if somebody's paying 75%, if they was used to paying 100 and now they're paying 75, that other 25, that's a relief. That's some kind of, anytime you're trying to build something together, you want some kind of relief. You shouldn't be so stressed out that you got to take care of this, and now you're taking care of everything. Like before, you had yours, you had that. If you ain't met me, what you was doing before? No, act like you were doing before you met me, and now let's put it together, and now we should both have more, and we both have easier lives to manage and survive and thrive.
So, to the final topic of the day, man. You know, for those who know Gilbert Arenas, you know, he was a great basketball player back in the day. Great might be too strong. He was a good basketball player back in the day. He now has a podcast, and he's one of the podcasters emerging in this universe that's got some motion. He said recently online that Melissa Ford has been able to thrive. For those who don't know Melissa Ford, badass video vixen back in the day, has been able to thrive on the Joe Budden podcast because she doesn't play the I'm a woman card, doesn't play the victim card. Me and C's kind of wanted to elaborate this conversation too. When is it okay for people to play the victim card? Does the victim card get overplayed? And not just to women, just to all minorities, whether it's gay people, black people, Hispanic people. Like, why do people overplay that card?
Or just in general, like
in general. Like,
so who gives a fuck? Okay, I feel what you're saying, but the victim card never works. That's a weak ass card. That's a 2 puppy toe. Like, what the fuck is that? You play victim card, you still a nigga, white folks don't give a fuck, oh well. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't work for nothing. The victim card ain't shit. I ain't never heard nobody winning off a victim card. That shit, what you win with that? That's 3 diamonds? What the fuck is that?
Asians in 2020 won that.
No, they did not.
They got a whole bill before black people did.
The Asian hate bill, the no Asian hate bill.
Come on.
Got a whole damn constitutional bill.
Transgenders.
I'm listening.
I think the Asians got reparations or something too.
Specifically Japanese and Koreans.
They get it from their country.
Nah, they got it from the U.S. government, specifically when them concentration camps during World War II. But I mean, like, it's what scope are you looking through the victim mentality? It's like, okay, you got the victim card and you got the victim mentality. The victim card is like, basically you can say like, hey, it's nothing wrong with you saying I'm a victim. What? I can't think of the meme or the video. Nigga was like, help me. Help me, nigga. I am a victim. Why is this shit happening to me? And then you see the actual video, like this nigga was actually being violated on some bullshit.
John the Matrix video?
Nah. It was like some older meme. It was some. Wait, see, even that. Like, did he play the victim card? No, he didn't. He didn't play the victim card. He should have said help me. He's like, this white bitch chasing down the streets. But it kind of goes to the point, like, somebody I'm not a fan of. The real Kanye died in 2018. He was the same, he's one of the highest tropes of the whole, like, victim mentality. People always say black people use the race card and the victim mentality. It's like, you call it out. Call them out on their bullshit, but don't harp on it and use it as an excuse. Like, at some point, I'm on the same point of people where they said, okay, if you're not going to pay attention to us, fuck you. I got my own shit going on. I'm thriving in spite of you. So whatever the fuck you think you're doing or you don't want to pay attention to, I'm calling you out on it. I'm making it known. But believe me, trust and believe, there's actions going behind this shit. Like, you're not going to stop me. Okay, you want to do some bullshit law or some discrimination. It's like, eventually the shit's going to boil over to where people are going to rebel. People are going to fight you. People are going to give some pushback. So the shit you ignore is going to come back to haunt you and to whoop your ass. So my thing is, stop being a victim. If you're a victim, accept it, call them out, but fight the fuck back.
Yeah, man. I feel like Robert Kelly, man. I'm fighting for my life. I'm a victim here. He's a victim. Jeffrey's a victim. Like, all these people are victims of the system. Then they need to have a card they can pull. Man, what they need to play Monopoly, get out of jail free card or something. Free those guys, you know what I'm saying? Because all this stuff that everybody did, just like Diddy, exonerate Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Diddy been told y'all, I ain't gonna stop. I can't stop. I won't stop. He told y'all that. But y'all still trying to play like y'all victim of his. Like, he told you before you came in the house what the business was. But y'all want to play victim though. I don't know what to say. I don't know, man.
Please stop, won't stop.
I feel what Gib was talking about, man, because it is when you watch a lot of these male dominant podcasts, the women do play victim, like, oh man, I can't believe you said that to me. I can't believe you talking like that to me. Um, as far as society go, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know if y'all saw Chris Rock's last stand up Selective Outrage. I thought it was a brilliant piece of comedy. And at the end of it, he said, I refuse to be the victim, which is what a lot of people do, man. In his stand up, he talked about a lot of people play the victim role to basically gain popularity. And you see that when you're on social media, man. People always like talk about how they got violated in any kind of way. Like whether someone did them wrong because they stole their money or some shit, or they got robbed. People like to go online. Like you see a lot of videos of bitches who got beat up apparently. Like this one girl, this video was surfacing about this girl who was in an Uber and somebody tried to sex traffic her and she got bruises and shit. And people were saying she made that shit up or whatever just so she can get likes and views. It is kind of hard to tell people that are really being victimized and people that are just playing that role, one, to get likes and views, or two, to get out of the responsibility of something they did or something they said. Like people would be like, oh, I'm only verbally abusive because my childhood was fucked up and stuff like that. At some point in time, you a grown man, bro. Like who cares that you didn't grow up with your dad? Who cares you got daddy issues? You got 3 kids. Take care of your business. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got fucked up when you was a little girl, man. But now you're a grown ass woman. Like as you get older, you can't keep blaming shit on your childhood. At some point in time, you got to grow the fuck up and become a man or a woman, man. And that's what frustrates me most with this victim shit. Back to Tua. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck that this nigga said you a piece of shit, bro. Every fucking day, every fucking morning. At some point in time, you got to be like, you know what? I was a shit in high school. I was a shit in college. Nigga, I can play, nigga. Fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna go out here and throw 400 on these niggas' heads, and you ain't shit, nigga. I don't need you to validate me. And that's something that I saw LL Cool J talk about recently. Why we need validation? Why I need another person to tell me I'm great? Nigga, fuck that shit, nigga. I know I'm great. I don't need someone to tell me I'm great. So,
followers.
Hey, it's a weak mentality, bro. If you somebody, and I hope people listen, if you're somebody that need validation and you somebody that want to play that victim role, bro, man, get out of that shit, bro. You're not gonna go nowhere significant in your life by always making it seem like other people are holding you back. The hardest thing you can do in your life is look in the mirror and say, I'm not where I'm supposed to be because I ain't put what I need to put into it. Like, exactly, Rose, because someone else fucked me up, man.
Yeah, because you're your own person. We talked about this last week. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a follower. Be a leader of your own self. You can be a leader of your people too. But first, before you become a leader of your people, you got to be a leader of yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares, but some people do. All the lame people that's like all the suckers, and they care like, oh, we feel sorry for this person. But in real life, we don't care. We don't live in this fantasy world of TikTok and Instagram and Facebook.
We live in the real world.
In the real world, we don't care what you went through when you was a kid. When you come to this job, or when you come to this courthouse, or when you come to this anything in life, when you come to this grocery store, or anything you trying to spend money on or do anything, these people do not care. We do not care what you have been through. They be like, what do you say? F you, pay me. That's what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? We don't care. You just need to pay the bill and shut up. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. Go home and shut up. You can cry at home in your shower when you go home and take a shower. We don't care how you feeling at work. We don't care. We don't want to hear you complain. We don't want to hear you talking about, oh, this person getting treated better than me. No one cares. No one cares. If you want better, well, you need to grind and do better. Like he said, Tua, that's a perfect example of you having everything lined up for you. You're a millionaire and this and that, but then you want to take shots at another grown man because he told you he was coaching you hard.
And talking about you grew up in Hawaii, so you didn't even grow up in an area where the weather gets bad. And you grew up in like perfect weather most of the time.
And Hawaii is like the most expensive state in the United States of America.
So your family wasn't broke, probably.
So it's like then you got the chance to go to Alabama and play for Nick Saban. Nick Saban came out there and seen you and coached you and brought you there and paid you. So act like he ain't pay you. Like
So you got paid.
So it's like,
You ain't get paid.
yo, you got paid. So it's like, Tua is like a perfect example. Don't try to play like you a victim. You was not a victim, Tua. You was not a victim. Bertizzi.
Hey man, the real victims are these minorities against this oppressive system we live in. And every day you got black people finding a way to push forward, man. Hey, shout out to Kamala Harris, man. That's a black woman, Indian woman, grew up in a single parent household, became a fucking DA of a fucking state, became a senator for that state, and now she's on the verge of becoming the first, female president, Indian / African American woman. And during this whole process, you don't hear no shit like, "Oh, I grew up in a single parent household. I didn't know my daddy," and all this other stuff. Nah, man, she made a way. She's where she is now, man. No matter where you come from, your circumstance, if you choose to put the work in, you can get to where the fuck you want to get in. Those are my closing remarks. C's.
Yeah, I'm gonna correct you. First, black Indian woman, because she's not African American. Let's get that straight. That's a whole nother story for another day.
She's not from America?
She's Jamaican American. That's a whole different story.
She's not from America, I said.
It's a whole different.
Is she from America?
It's a whole different story.
That's yes, no question. Is she from America?
Yeah, she grew up in Oakland,
All right, and she's
A
black.
whole different story. We can break that down on another episode, but
You act like you Jamaican.
not saying that. I'm saying whole different story. We're not gonna get into that shit. But basically, it's victim mentality. It's like you're a victim. You've been violated. What was it? You're a victim, my nigga. You've been violated. Yes, acknowledge it, accept it, move past it. If somebody's violated you, somebody's done you wrong, you're oppressed, call them the fuck out. Well, what are you doing afterwards? What are your actions afterwards? Nobody in history has been a victim. There's so many people that have been victims. They persevered because they fought back. Whether it's Jews, Armenians, African Americans, black people in Latin America, people in Africa, everybody. The thing is, you are a victim, but don't let it define you. Don't swallow in your fucking victimhood. Fight back, persevere, fight through it. And it's like that victim mentality is what holds you back. It's like, hey, yes, I was done wrong. I'm a victim of something, but I'm fighting back for it. And that goes across to every race, creed, orientation, whatever. Just fight back.
Yeah, my closing thoughts is like, man, don't be a hoe and let it go. You know what I'm saying? If you went through something as a child, go get some counseling, get some help. It's out there, and fix your problem, man. It's not a crutch. Nobody cares. I could tell you this. I know if you ask me, I can only speak for myself. I do not care what you've been through as a kid. Nobody cares. If you're a grown person, then you need to figure it out. You need to figure it out. They say put your boots on and your big girl panties or your big boy panties or underwear or whatever, and do what you gotta do. But shout out to the real victims. You know what I'm saying? If you are a victim of a national domestic violence, you know what I'm saying, help is available. You know what I'm saying? If you need some help and you are a victim of domestic violence, you can always call 1-800-799-7233. If you don't have access to the phone, you can text, you know what I'm saying? Text begin to 88788. You know what I'm saying? There's chats out there that you can reach out to. But if you're a real victim of domestic violence, things like that, reach out and get some help.
And if you're a victim that needs like $40, $50, hey man, you can call on Bertizzi, man. Late at night, I'll be there for you. Just make sure you throw that thing from me, man. In the words of Airbnb Rakim, peace.
Yeah, man. Y'all, we in traffic, man. You catch us at the next light, man. And I'm back quiet.